3 Sunday Night Football will feature a game between the Chicago Bears and the Dallas Cowboys with a point spread of an entire touchdown. That seems high in the tight NFL market, and it certainly is, but the Bears are off to an ugly 0-2 start, and the Cowboys just won on the road against the reigning division champion with a rookie quarterback. With all of that in mind, there's a lot to consider for this primetime NBC showdown. The Bears have lost back-to-back games to first-year quarterbacks, including a rookie making his first NFL road start. They've also scored just 14 points per game. John Fox is now just 6-12 with the Bears, and he's also 0-2 against the number this season. If you're wondering why the number looks so high, it's because Jay Cutler is very unlikely to play. Cutler has a sprained thumb on his throwing hand, and that will put Brian Hoyer back into the spotlight. Cutler went 12 of 17, was sacked 3 times, and turned the ball over twice before his night ended. Brian Hoyer took care of the ball against the Eagles, but the offense had no explosiveness, and he was 9 of 12 for just 78 yards. Jeremy Langford couldn't get it going again, and the Bears have averaged just 68.5 rushing yards per game. Through the first 2 games, the Bears have gained 588 yards, and Alshon Jeffrey is responsible for 201 of them, including 4 of the 5 plays that gained 20 or more yards. Evaluating Vic Fangio's defense is really hard to do. On one hand, the Bears have only allowed 624 yards while playing over 72 of the first 120 minutes of the season. On the other hand, the opposition is 15 for 35 on 3rd down and 3 for 3 on 4th down. The Eagles were only 3 for 15 on 3rd down, but stayed on the field 3 times on 4th down. 2 of the touchdowns by the Eagles came on short drives as a direct result of offensive turnovers. All things considered, the Bears' defense has actually been pretty good, but Danny Trevathan suffered an injury and he will miss at least a few weeks, and he was one of the best off-season additions to this group. Given the offensive problems and uncertainties with Jay Cutler's injury, Trevathan's loss is magnified in a big way. The Dallas Cowboys had a home loss to the Giants and a win on the road over the Redskins, which is not a bad way to start the season, considering Dak Prescott is now 2 starts into his NFL career. The Cowboys have gone 2-0 against the spread so far as well. Dak Prescott is making good decisions with the football. The former Mississippi State quarterback has taken 4 sacks, but he has not turned the ball over, and he's completed 62.7% of his passes. Prescott has not done a whole lot of running yet. Ezekiel Elliott broke out in his second career NFL game with 21 carries for 83 yards and 2 scores. He did fumble twice, with one of them going to the Redskins, but he's young and those things will happen. The Cowboys have one of the league's top offensive lines, so it's only a matter of time before they start opening more holes, and that will open up some passing lanes, specifically in play action. It would be good for the Cowboys, especially if they are to cover a big number, to get Dez Bryant going. He only has 8 catches on 17 targets for 110 yards through 2 games. The Cowboys do not have a passing touchdown yet. The Cowboys' defense has sprung a few leaks this season. The Giants racked up 316 yards of offense, just 12 yards fewer than Dallas in 13 fewer minutes with the ball. Kirk Cousins and the Redskins ran up 432 yards, including 350 passing. The Cowboys had given up 4.75 yards per carry this season. The Giants were 3 for 3 in the red zone, but the Redskins were just 2 for 6. The big story is that the Cowboys have allowed 9 red zone trips through 2 games. The defense was aided in that Washington game by some 3rd and long conversions from the offense. Otherwise, we're probably looking at another Dallas loss on the books. Rookie quarterback laying a touchdown? The Bears have not looked good and the Cowboys have looked pretty competent. But all things considered, this feels like an overreaction. It's a short week for Chicago with travel down to Dallas, but Brian Hoyer's been through this song and dance before. It's hard to say that he's more than a point or a point and a half adjustment from Jay Cutler, given how Cutler's been the past 2 seasons. Hoyer has extensive starting experience, and he's facing a subpar defense. We say the Bears can cover this one. Our prediction is the Chicago Bears +7. For our pick and prediction on this game and every other game this week, and a wealth of free stats and information, check out bangthebook.com.